We're going to be talking college football and a new addition to the Miami Dolphins. What is up, Fin fans? Yes, we're going to be talking some college football today. Now, there's with what's going on in the world, there's a little hesitation to know if there's college football or not. But before we jump into that, Dolphins made some moves. They claimed tight end Nate Whitting off of Cleveland. Cleveland waived him. He was an undrafted free agent out of Iowa. Miami Dolphins ended up claiming him. Don't be surprised if we drop another tight end. Don't be surprised if he doesn't make the team. This isn't a big sexy pick. This isn't a big sexy pickup. Literally, he's that's it. A lot of surgeries in college. Played behind some really good tight ends. Noah Fant, those style type of tight ends. But it's just it's a waiver pickup. It's a camp body. I wouldn't look too far into it. And that's why I'm just throwing it right in the beginning of this video, like some dice. Hey, yo. Let's jump into this video and let's talk about kind of news that broke yesterday, right? So yesterday it came out that the Big Ten and the Pac-12 were saying they're going to cancel today. You watching this on Tuesday, they said that we're going to cancel the season tomorrow, right? And then the ACC and the Big 12 said they're on the fence about it. And then the SEC said they want teams to join their conference so they can play games. Well, after, Big 10 and the Pac-12 came out and said that, they were like, well, it's not so necessarily true that we're going to cancel the season. So it's kind of up in the air. It's kind of, well, what the heck is going on with the college football season, right? Then athletes have come out and they've, said that they want to play. Trevor Lawrence came out. He, put this tweet out saying essentially he wants to play. Essentially saying we want to play football this season, establishing universal mandated health and safety procedures and protocols to protect college athletes against COVID-19 among all conference throughout the NCAA. Give players the opportunity to opt out, respect their decision, guaranteed eligibility, whether a player chooses to play the season or not. Use our voices to establish open communication and trust between players and officials. Ultimately, create a college football player association. We'll talk about that. Representation of the players of all Power 5 conferences. So essentially Big 10, Pac-12, ACC, Big 12, and SEC. So that's what Trevor Lawrence came out and said. And there was a bunch of other guys that also came out and said these types of things, that they want some type of representation. So the players want to play, right? But they want to do it safely. Have you heard that before? Now, will there be a college season? I have no idea. There's talks of taking the college season and moving it to the spring. We'll see if that happens. They're not asking for much. The SEC, the college football makes so much money off of these college players. It's just fair that they get some type of representation and taken care of somehow, So I am expecting to hear, the usual, these players are babies. They should just play. They're getting a free education. Yes, they might be getting a free education, but there's still other things that need to be addressed in the free education that they need some help. They need some help. But I'm not a pro in this, especially when it comes to college football. I will tell you my opinion like I did. Again, it's my opinion. You could take it or leave it, but that's how I feel. So then there's that, right? Is there going to be college football? If there's not college football, then what? Like I said, they might be moving it to the spring. How will that affect the draft? The draft is set for April 29th to May 2nd. So how will that affect the draft if all of a sudden the college football is playing into the draft, into the spring season? But it also depends if the colleges are open or if they're closed or if they're doing virtual classes. Because, again, we don't know what the future tells. We don't know what's going to happen with this stuff. So there's that, right? Brian Flores today in his press conference essentially said, this is about the time that college football is getting ready to start, and we're sending scouts out to check this stuff out. So it's a different world. It's a different world. If you want to go back, watch my video earlier or yesterday, and that's what he talks about. It's a different world, but again, if there's no college football, they're not playing Saturday. The NFL might be like, all right, well, there's an open slot for Saturdays. Let's take our Sunday games and split them up and put them on Saturday so there's not so much movement, so much this, so much that, and you could spread out the NFL games, which I'm fine for that. It's a better opportunity for my Miami Dolphins to be on TV. You know, we all hope that. It probably won't gonna happen because people hate the Dolphins, but we can all hope and pray for that, right? So there's that possibility. No college football. You know, NFL will be able to move their games to Saturday, spread it out, so you have Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a lot of football. I can't wait. I really hope, but I can't wait. But then the thought process comes the draft. We already had some, you know, top college players opting out. Defensive lineman Gregory, I'm out of Miami. Am I really going to try to pronounce his last name? Because I'm going to get in trouble. I can already feel you guys commenting below. Mekhi Parsons, linebacker out of Penn State. Randall Moore, wide receiver out of Purdue. There's a lot of guys. Jalen Twinman out of defensive tackle out of Pitt. There's some guys that already said, I'm not playing this season. I'm going to get myself physically ready for the draft, for the combine, hopefully for scouting, all this stuff. And I'm going to take care of myself physically, not put my body on the line potentially with this COVID virus, and look forward to my future and playing in the NFL. So there's that aspect of it, right? There is no college season. There is no 2020 tape. We don't know if these players got better. We don't know if these players regressed. There has been years where college players decided, I'm not going into the pros. I'm going to do another year in college, and that actually hurt their tape. That actually hurt their prospect and their draft stock. One of them, Matt Barkley, decided, hey, I'm going to go back. I think I can win a championship, and gets injured, and we all know what happened to him. So there's that, but then there's also players that decided to go back, had a very fantastic year. Joe Burrow shot them up the chart, #1 overall pick, and really, you know, Heisman winner, national championship. If he didn't go back, right, say last year he decided to come out in the draft, he wouldn't have gotten drafted in probably the first 4 rounds, first 3 rounds. He didn't do yes. The mechanics and the skill and everything was there, but the tape wasn't there. The film wasn't there. He did not produce the way he did last year for his previous college years. So if he didn't go back another year and show that, hey, look, you put the right pieces around me, I can really do something here, he would have not been the first overall pick. So that's the other aspect you got to think about when it comes to scouting, when it comes to drafting. Did the player get better or did the player get worse? Well, we don't know. We have to go off of 2019 and just hope and pray that this player stayed consistent, this player's taking care of themselves, and we got the right player at the right spot. So there's a lot of unknowns. And then scouting too, you know, you can go and you can see what they do at the combine. You could go see what they do at the pro day, but it's a completely different world, a different atmosphere when it comes to game time film. So if there is no college season, which I feel like it's more likely that there won't be a college season, just because if the campuses are closed, it's going to be hard to get the players there to, you know, practice and do their thing and all that stuff. I feel like it's more likely that there won't be a college season than there won't be an NFL season. I honestly feel like we are going to get an NFL season in 30 days. I think it's 29 days now. I definitely think that there will be a week 1. Will we get a full season? That's to be told. I don't know. I'm not going to go that far into the future. But when it comes to the college football season, I feel like it all depends on the colleges. And you already heard Big 10, Pac-12 were saying, hey, tomorrow we're going to cancel the season, but now they're kind of retracting that. ACC, Big 12 is like, maybe. And then the SEC is like, hey, come join our conference. We're going to play some games. This is a situation that us as NFL fans, and my favorite part of football season, my favorite part of September, October, November, December is literally Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can watch football. I can watch college or I can watch NFL. And I love that, especially Saturday. You wake up, see what big college teams are playing each other, and you just watch football all day Saturday, and you'll watch football all day Sunday. It's the best. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. I don't know. So, you know, all we could do is sit back, watch what happens, and react accordingly. But comment below. I'm really interested in what you guys have to say. I'm really interested how you guys feel about if there's a college season, if there isn't one, how it affects the draft, how it affects scouting. If they move it to the spring, will that affect the draft date? I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about that. And I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. And this comment comes from David. And David says, comment of the day. With Fitzpatrick taking on the role of starter/mentors to Tua, I wouldn't assume that he's going to win the starting position off bat. I wouldn't assume that. And it sounds like Fitz wants to pass along the knowledge to Tua. We all know Fitz is already a natural leader and accepts that role. Would you say if Flores hires him as a quarterback's coach? Well, first off, like I said just before, I think the best quarterback's going to win the starting job. Will it be Fitz? That's a possibility. You know, if he is the best quarterback. If it's Tua, then it's Tua. If it's Rosen, then it's Rosen. I honestly think they're all going to compete, and I honestly think Brian Flores is going to put the best quarterback out there. I don't think he's going to not do something because he's scared of something. When have we ever heard Brian Flores scared of anything? So to say, you know, Fitz is, you know, starter/mentor. The mentor part, yes, 100%. He's already said that he's the biggest cheerleader. If it's his time to sit on the bench, he will root on whoever's the starter. 100%. I do agree. When it comes to hiring him as a quarterback's coach, yeah, I could see that happening. Now, will he want to do it? That's the other thing. You know, a lot of us want to say, oh, you know, why don't we hire Zach Thomas as the linebackers coach? Why don't we hire Jason Taylor as the defensive line coach? Why don't we, you know, for one, to play and coach it is two different things, and maybe those players are just like, nah, I'm not beat for that, or I don't want to do that. I know Jason Taylor at one point was in camp. Same thing with Zach Thomas and was helping out a little bit. I think that was like 3 years ago. But it's if Fitz wants to do that. Fitz might take a few years off to just enjoy the time off and, you know, be with his family and eat cake and not have to worry about that. But I would like eventually to bring him in. He's a very intelligent guy. He knows his football stuff. Yes, he might make the stupid throws, but he recognizes he makes the stupid throws, and he can teach people not to make those stupid throws, throwing mechanics, all that stuff. So, you know, would I like Fitz as the quarterback's coach? Yes, I would. I think he'd help this team tremendously. He's got that personality about him that you want to listen to him, you want to learn from him, you want to play for him. That's what, when it comes to coaching, yes, to have the right scheme, to put the people in the right position, to do all that stuff is great. But if I don't want to run through a wall for you, Adam Gase towards the end of his 2018 season, no one wanted to play for the man anymore. You could see it. You could see they just didn't care. They're like, let's get the season over with. If I don't want to run through the wall for you, then you're not going to be successful. Brian Flores, you know, it's only been one season, but he seems to have that type of aura and that type of mentality. Just look at a 4-11 team going into Foxborough, taking on the Patriots, who are fighting to get a first-round bye, and we beat them with a bunch of practice squad players. We beat them because they were fighting and they were playing for their coach. So, you know, the Fitz is a good coach. Hopefully will be a good coach. And yes, I'd love to have him on the team. Thank you, David, for the comment. But that's the video. I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about the college football players. I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about, you know, all that stuff. I want to know, would you guys want Fitz as the quarterback coach? Let me know. Comment below. But be sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I got that comment. That's where I tweet out a lot of the stuff. That's where I always say this. I'm the most active on Twitter. I am very active here. Obviously, I make, 4 or 5 videos a week here, but very active on Twitter, especially when I'm at work or I'm just sitting on the couch trying to relax. Scroll through Twitter. If I see stuff, I'm like, that's what I actually do, because I'm a big idiot. But be sure to go check me out on Twitter. Fan to Fan Network this Sunday. I think it's 4 o'clock is on Twitch. They're going to do their big old debut. So be sure to go over, check that out. And also fantofannetwork.com. You can see my content along with other NFL YouTubers over there. So be sure to check that out. DolphinsTalk.com, another site you can check my stuff out on, and other Dolphin content when it comes to beat writer, podcasters, all that stuff. So be sure to check out DolphinsTalk.com. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. I got a lot of videos planned. If you could tell, I'm already starting to pack. This wall got a little bit more bare. I think a lot of the stuff on the shelf is starting to go away. I'm starting to pack. So you will be getting more videos from me. Don't think that I won't be making videos, but they might not just be as sexy. They might be from the phone, like earlier yesterday, where I did it from my car. I will get you the content. I'll get you the videos, but I'm moving, so it might not be as sexy. But you will get a video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.